Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. We are stepping into Wednesday today, hitting that halfway point of our work week. I hope your week is going really well. Good morning, Sunmarie. Good morning, Tracy. Hello, beautiful humans. Great seeing you. Marsha, good morning. Our teacher for this week is Neale Walsch. Just a reminder that most of these quotes that I'm using this week come from his books called Conversations with God. Very well worth picking up and reading. So let's get right into it. Danae, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Hello. Today's meditation is called The Power of Now. It is the same as the title of Eckhart Tolle's book that recognizes that the only place that we have true agency, the only place where we have any power to be effective at all, is in this present moment. Beatrix, good morning. Hello, beautiful people. The first thought from Neale Walsch today is, the point of life is not to get anywhere. It is to notice that you are and have always been already there. You are always and forever in the moment of pure creation. The point of life, therefore, is to create who and what you are and then to experience that. Anime, a very good morning. Hello, Anthony. Good morning, dude. If you can get your head out of the past and put all of your focus and energy into creating at your highest potential in this moment, then this is what will create your next moment and your next day and your next year. Neale Walsch says, enlightenment is understanding that there is nowhere to go. Nothing to go and do, and nobody you have to be except exactly who you are being right now. What does this moment ask of me is the question that we need to ask ourselves from moment to moment. What does this moment ask of me? Through a practice like meditation, we become better at recognizing our thinking rather than being dragged along by our thoughts. Charlene, good morning. Awesome seeing you. We think thousands of thoughts every day. Studies show that our brain can come up with anything from 40,000 to 80,000 thoughts every day. It's just what a human brain does. And about 80% of those thoughts are on repeat, the same thoughts as the day before and the day before that. So when I am unaware that all of this is old thinking, then my present moment is always hijacked by an old thought, and then I start pouring my energy into this old thinking, creating my next moment and next day and next year by reinforcing an old story that I don't even want into perpetuity, constantly creating and recreating the past. Neale Walsch says, do not let anything from your past inhibit you in this present moment. Start over. Start fresh each day, each hour if it serves you. Heck, each minute. Start fresh, moment to moment. So much of your present experience is based on your previous thought, says Neale Walsch. Thought leads to experience, which leads to thought, which leads to experience. This can produce constant joy when the sponsoring thought was joy. And it can, and it does, produce constant hell when the sponsoring thought is hellacious. Moment to moment, bring your attention back from the past into the only place that you have any power to create anything new and ask, what does this moment require of me? What does this moment ask me to step up and do? What opportunity does this moment make available to me? This is our journey today. It is called the power of now, because right now, in this moment, from moment to moment, is the only place where I have any power to be effective at all. You can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to fill the balloon in your belly, to fill it with as much air as you can. And as you do, as you fill your belly full of air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale, and falling with every exhale. We'll talk a bit more about thinking and how our present moment gets hijacked by thinking. Our brain is forever producing a constant stream of thinking. This is just what a brain does. It's a little bit like, for a moment, think of something like your sweat glands. They produce perspiration on autopilot. It's just what sweat glands do. Your brain on autopilot will produce a constant stream of thinking, and studies suggest that it seems we may be thinking anything from about 40,000 thoughts to 80,000 thoughts every day. That is a lot of thinking. And for the most part, that's all unconscious thinking. And of all of those thoughts, about 80% are recorded thoughts on repeat, replayed day after day after day. It gives us anything from 30,000 to 60,000 thoughts, all of them old thoughts, just being repeated again and again. Once again, that's just what a brain does. We can become really good at taking a step away from this stream of thoughts. We don't have to always be caught up in it. We can watch and see it happen. Because if we don't, then old thoughts are always hijacking our present moment. And then when we pay attention, put energy into this old thought, then we are giving it power in this moment. We repeat it not in thought, but in action too. And every day we put action into old thoughts, we are recreating the past, which means my present moment is just a repetition of the past. And my next day, and my next week, and my next month, and my next year will just be a repetition of the past, and all because old thoughts are hijacking my present moment. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. See if you're able to tilt your head towards the left while you tilt your hips towards the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And then see if you can change direction. Can you tilt your head to the right and your hips to the left? Just a little bit of coordination to have fun with as you move your spine. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as present as we are able to become right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, what is your relationship with being present? How well are you able to maintain a sense of presence? How often is your presence hijacked by the repetitive thinking from the past? Take your next big breath. So often when the present moment shows up, we have had a thought from the past that created an expectation of this moment. So when the present moment shows up, we often have a thought that goes something like, the idea of what this moment should have been. So to simplify it, place your attention on this theme, the idea of what this moment should have been. Do you sometimes encounter that in yourself when the present moment arises, that you feel a sense of disappointment or resistance because of an old thought that says, this moment should be different? As you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, try and remind yourself of the last time that you had a struggle with this. The idea of what this moment should have been. Take your next big breath. When the present moment arrives, but you're not able to let go of the old idea of what this moment should have been, does that ever make the present moment better? Or does it always cause unhappiness, disappointment, discontent? This is, of course, very human though. We all have our struggle with it. But this is the point of being here, in this moment right now. is to take the baby steps that help us get better at this. As an illustration, we'll work our way through 3 examples in this exercise as a way of reminding ourselves to step into the moment asking, what does this moment make available? So I want you to create an image in your mind, create a visualization of you driving to some meeting that you need to have, and it's quite important and the traffic is holding you back, and then you have a flat tire while you're already late. The present moment says you're going to have to stop and wait here for a while. How much does your mind want to hold on to the thought of what this moment should have been? I should have already been at the meeting. What is your experience with an example like this? Take your next big breath. In a moment like this, are you able to put the should out of your mind completely? I should already be at the meeting. If any of your energy goes towards that thought, then you're left with less energy to spend on what this moment asks of you to do. And of course, this moment, if I remember to ask the question, what does this moment need of me? It needs me to get down to the business of changing a wheel. And the more energy I can give this moment, the faster this will happen, the more productive this moment will be. How easily can you let go of your thought of what the moment should have been and ask, what does this moment ask me to do? Take your next big breath. I want you to create a new image, a new visualization as an example. You're hosting a birthday party. Invitations have been out for weeks now. It is the morning of the party and you have the biggest space outside for this party. But now, the morning of the party, it seems it's going to rain. And as the first drops start falling, there's a big part of you that wants to say, this moment shouldn't be like this. It should not be raining so that we can have our party outside. What is your relationship with that thought in an example like this? How much do you want to hold on to the old thought of what this moment should have been? Take your next big breath. How quickly can you remember to ask the question, what does this moment ask of me? How quickly can you put the attachment to the old thought down and pour your energy into only what this moment asks? Carry things inside and figure out how to make a party happen in a smaller space. What is your relationship with making that pivot and simply pouring your energy into what this moment asks of you? Take your next big breath. I want to ask you to create one more image, one more visualization. You've planned coffee or tea with a friend you haven't seen for a long time. Leading up to this event, your mind has been creating an idea of what this moment will be, catching up about the past, talking about what you're planning for the future. But as the moment arrives, this friend is not in that kind of space. This friend is clearly dealing with something that she's struggling to deal with. You have a thought, an old thought about what this moment should have been. And a part of you really wants to hold on to that thought and make it be the way that the old thought wanted it to be. How much do you try and force the conversation in that direction? How easily do you ask, what does this moment make available to me? Are you able to surrender the old thoughts and just be someone who can hold space for a friend that needs to be heard? Can you remember to ask the question, what does this moment make available to me? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time. The message today by Neale Walsch. He says the point of life is not to get anywhere. It is to notice that you are and have always been already there. You are always and forever in the moment of pure creation. The point of life, therefore, is to create who and what you are and then to experience that. He says enlightenment is understanding that there is nowhere to go, nothing to do, and nobody you have to be except exactly who you are being right now. He says, do not let anything from your past inhibit you in this present moment. Start over. Start fresh. Each day, each hour if it serves you, heck, each minute. Just get going. Start fresh, moment to moment. He says so much of your present experience is based on your previous thought. Thought leads to experience, which leads to thought, which leads to experience. This can produce constant joy when the sponsoring thought is a joyous thought, but also it can, and it does, produce constant hell when the sponsoring thought is hellacious. Are you getting better at taking a step away from thoughts and realizing this is an old thought? This is just an old thought on repeat again, and I'm not getting involved. Do you remind yourself when the present moment shows up that the only place for you to be productive and effective is to pour your energy into what this moment requires of you? Because if you take care of this moment, if you step up and do what this moment needs you to take care of, then that will create the next moment, and the next day, and the next year. When you take care of this moment, then everything takes care of itself. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to take care of what this moment makes available. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for getting better at recognizing how old thoughts often hijack the present moment. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for getting better at no longer giving power to the repetitive old thoughts, because all they do is perpetuate the past in the present. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to be a better observer. Take a step back, watch what the thoughts are doing, and then choosing to act from a more empowered place. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today. I wish for your day is that you are able to effortlessly pour all of your energy into what the moment requires. If we just take care of this moment and what it needs, then it creates our next moment, our next day, our next year. Michelle, a very good morning. Great seeing you. Yvonne, good morning. Thanks for popping in with us. I hope you had some time to sit down with us. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Tracy. Start fresh moment to moment. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Beatrix. Thank you, Anami. Thank you, Sun Marie. Have a beautiful day, beautiful humans. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.